To the shocking disbelief of reviewing Truth or Swear, you now get to see me tackle the second worst SpongeBob special, which is right after the Clash of Triton. Yes, I believe Clash of Triton is the worst SpongeBob special, and I will be reviewing it next Thursday. But we have this one to go through. I am ranting on whatever happened to SpongeBob or simply Who Bob Wetpants. Yes, this episode, the episode that is considered the worst of its time, but I guess they never watched Boating Buddies. So why is the episode considered one of the worst and caused huge backlash? Well, let me allow to explain to you in the ninth edition of Crappy Cartoons. The episode starts off with SpongeBob waking up when he looks out of his window and he sees the mailman riding on his bike. He says hi to the mailman when he gets distracted, causing a truck to crash into him. We're not even 30 seconds into the episode and we already see the innocent get hurt. So SpongeBob wants to spend time with his friends, but it all fails miserably. First, he accidentally breaks Gary's shell, causing Gary to resent him. SpongeBob goes over to Patrick's and accidentally crushes Patrick's cake. Patrick slams his rock in anger as he calls SpongeBob Idiot Boy. Wow, it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Go to hell, Patrick. SpongeBob proceeds to knock on Squidward's door when Squidward harshly yells at SpongeBob for waking him up. SpongeBob calls SpongeBob Idiot Boy. So how does waking someone up make them an idiot? I understand crushing a cake by distraction or breaking a shell, but waking somebody up? Yeah, they really put the emphasis on contrived in this little catchphrase. SpongeBob goes to Sandy's but accidentally destroys her robot. Guess what she calls him? Smart man? Intelligent guy? Yep, you guessed it, Idiot Boy. I'm not even going to waste any more time on this. Mr. Krabs calls SpongeBob Idiot Boy because he deep-fried his money. Moving on. SpongeBob decides to leave Bikini Bottom because he feels hated. Once he leaves, he is then attacked by cannibals who try to eat him, and SpongeBob runs off a cliff by bumping his head several times. Really, cannibals, you couldn't just simply had him be clumsy and not know where he was going, but of course, make it unbelievable. SpongeBob is now unconscious, and we get back to Bikini Bottom. Patrick and Sandy, who apparently feel remorse for what they said to SpongeBob the other day. Anyway, they both find Gary overweight by eating a year's worth of food. So, did Gary eat all that at once, or has it actually been a year? If it was a year, I swear these writers are horrible. Sandy finds a note that says he has been left for he's gone forever. Sure he has. Let's believe that one. The main character of the show is gone forever. Makes sense, right? So Sandy spreads the news and everybody feels sorry about it, even though they would do it again in a heartbeat if SpongeBob was there. But Squidward is the only one who is happy about it. So SpongeBob wakes up with amnesia while a couple of fish are stealing his clothes. SpongeBob forgets his name and they call him Cheesehead Brown Pants. Great. So SpongeBob was roaming around this city called New Kelp City, so he can find a job. Each time he gets a job, he uses Bubbles to help him out. Apparently the town is afraid of Bubbles and they banned him. Makes no sense at all, but okay. So a gang called the Bubble Poppin' Boys and their leader Trevor, voiced by Ray Liotta. Good job, Ray. Didn't know you needed the money. Oh wait, yeah I did. The gang has scared the city into never blowing bubbles again, so now it turns out that the city isn't really afraid of Bubbles, they're just afraid of the gang. After SpongeBob chases them away, he is awarded mayor of New Kelp City. Back to Bikini Bottom. Mr. Krabs wants SpongeBob to return so he can make Krabby Patties, while Sandy and Patrick just want to be his friend again. Maybe don't call him Idiot Boy, that's a nice start. Also, this is for you, Sandy. Maybe don't use all your tests and all of your experiments on SpongeBob and try to make him your science pet. And Patrick, 90% of the time anymore, you don't even know who SpongeBob is because you're a dickhead retard. So, Mr. Krabs says that whoever finds SpongeBob gets a reward of a Fabergé egg. Squidward automatically wants to find SpongeBob now. I don't know. Be careful, Squidward. Remember the last time you won a reward and then you got locked up in prison? Good old what's his name? Yeah, be careful. So Sandy, Patrick, and Squidward. Nice pairing, by the way. You have the arrogant scientist, the retard, and the guy who soaks up all the punishment. So Sandy, Patrick, and Squidward see a newspaper of SpongeBob being in New Kelp City as the mayor. Sandy and Patrick go behind Squidward's back and kidnap SpongeBob and return him to the Krusty Krab, but SpongeBob wants to return to New Kelp City as mayor. Mr. Krabs awards Squidward the egg since he did find SpongeBob and returned him to the Krusty Krab. Okay, Squidward is happy because he has the egg and SpongeBob is leaving. Oh no, this seems too good for Squidward. Yep, it is. Squidward slips on a greasy spatula that's just placed out of nowhere, and the egg flies out of his hand. The egg falls on SpongeBob's head, and the impact erases SpongeBob's amnesia, and he has his memory back. Everybody who insulted him apologizes except for Squidward, but SpongeBob still wants to be the mayor of New Kelp City. SpongeBob is happy that Squidward's happy that SpongeBob is leaving again, but suddenly a news report on TV says that Bubbles in New Kelp City is causing mayhem, and a thug threatens to beat up the mayor for doing so. SpongeBob decides not to go back and stay in Bikini Bottom. The episode ends with Squidward taking his brain out and throwing it in the garbage can. Okay. Wow. What an episode. And I don't mean that in a positive way. One of the promos had the song Don't You Forget About Me from the 1985 movie The Breakfast Club. One of my all-time favorite movies. But in retrospect, the promos were better than the special itself. But we all knew that SpongeBob would get his memory back and be normal again. Anyway, all I have to say about this episode. That's all I have to say about this episode. Yeah, no, seriously, that's all I have to say about this episode. I'm not going any deeper. Wait, no, it isn't. The face that SpongeBob made could literally turn a person into stone. That was horrifying. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm done. There's nothing else I have to go through. Oh, okay, you